Welcome back to Red Devils TV, everybody. The realest channel on YouTube is your Manchester United versus Brighton preview. Now, before we get into today's video, make sure you leave a like on the video, comment down below your predictions for this match, and subscribe if you are new as we continue that road to 2,000 subscribers. Let's hope we can get there before the international break. So we'll keep pushing, keep grinding. But anyway, let's get right into the video. So first of all, let's talk about Brighton. They're currently top of the table after defeating Everton 3-0 in the opening game of the season. And, I expected Brighton to win, but I didn't expect them to win in that type of fashion. Matoma back to his best. This Minter looks absolutely mint. So Brighton seems to be a lot more threatening, you could say, now ZIRKZEE's left. Now this manager looks like he's going to be a decent manager. Obviously, you can only judge him off one game, but we've got a game against them, so we need to base it on their most recent performance, and they absolutely tore Everton apart. And I feel like United will be a lot better than Everton will be, but at the same time, United, it's the midfield issue. Obviously, the Ugarte deal is still on halt. We don't know if that deal is still happening or not. It should be happening, but we don't know when the deal is going to get put over the line. So we've got to deal with the players we've currently got. Now, the centre-back issues for United, it's going to be tricky because with the way that Maguire played against Fulham, Ligt is coming in as the new signing. I really don't think Ligt's going to start. I personally believe that. I personally believe that Ten Hag is going to start Maguire and Martinez again, which I'm not annoyed at. But when you've got such direct and pacey wingers of Brighton, I do want to have our centre-back with pace. And when United were just going back and forth with Fulham, it was an end-to-end game. And Brighton, they're careful in possession from what they learned under ZIRKZEE and this new manager. I'm not sure what his name is. I'm not meaning to be disrespectful, but at the same time, I don't know much about him. But from what I saw of their versus against Everton, Brighton absolutely tore them apart. And the counter-attack is probably what Brighton are going to set up for, in my opinion. Obviously, they are at home. They are going to be very threatening going forward, and they're going to want to win. I'm going to predict 2-1 to Manchester United. It's always hard to predict games, but I've got a gut feeling 2-1 to Manchester United, and hopefully we can go back onto the top of the table, because I feel like having a strong start to the season would be good. Because think of it, if Ten Hag has had poor starts to the season every time since he's been the United manager. He's not earned over 4 points in his first 2 games of the season. You think back to the start of the season, we lost 2-1 to Brighton on Ten Hag's first game of the season, and we lost 4-0 to Brentford in his first season. And then last season we won against Wolves 1-0 and then lost to Spurs 2-0. So at the end of the day, Ten Hag, this is, you could say, your chance to make history for yourself and break an own personal record. So hopefully we can get it over the line. And I feel like that with the rotation we've got available now, especially coming off the bench, I'm looking forward to seeing, okay, well, if the starting 11 isn't working, we've got a few players we can bring on to change the game almost. So what is my predicted 11? I'm personally going to go with Andre Onana in net, with Mazraoui at right back and Dalot at left back. Martinez stays on left centre back. I'd personally start Ligt, but I think Ten Hag's going to go with Maguire, so that's why I'm going to stick with Maguire. Midfield 3, easy, of Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro and Mainu. I think Mount gets dropped and benched, you could say, and ZIRKZEE starts with Garnacho and Rashford on the wings. I'd personally start Garnacho and Ahmad, but I don't think Ten Hag's going to drop Rashford as well. So personally, that's my predicted 11. Would I go with it? No. I'd personally start with Ligt over Maguire and Ahmad over the likes of Rashford. But, we'll have to see. But we've still got the likes of Sancho to come off the bench, Mason Mount, Scott McTominay. We've got a few good players, obviously. Ligt will probably make an appearance. So we'll have to see how the game actually pans out. But United, we can't underestimate Brighton. It's going to be a very tough game. It's a half-12 kickoff, which is a game that's always unpredictable, especially them ones that are after international duty. Obviously, the season only just started. This is international duty, but half-12 kickoffs are always a thriller. You could say it always gets your weekend buzzing. It always gets you excited for the weekend starting. The earliest game, if you watch football like I do, it always sets your weekend off with a great mood. Obviously, let's just hope that United don't ruin my mood by losing. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to the game. Hopefully we see a bit more minutes from the likes of Ligt. Hopefully Mazraoui can have another good game. But it's just that midfield, which is what I'm concerned about. And this is why we need someone like Ugarte. We need someone with a footballing brain who can, you know, say to the team, come on guys, we don't need to be up and down the pitch for the next 15 minutes. Let's take the ball. Let's be careful. Let's slow the game down. I feel like going up early as well is the best option, because Brighton, I think it's going to be one of them games where the longer it stays 0-0, the more dangerous it is for Manchester United. I think we need to put the game away early or be threatening early and try and score in the first 15-20 minutes and try and put Brighton under pressure, because with this new system as well, I made a video on it, the Ten Hag's new system, the 4-2-4 formation. Hopefully we get to see that in action as well, because I really like to look at that formation. It was relentless. We forced Fulham to be under pressure, and Fulham aren't an easy team to beat. So United made easy work of it. We deserved to win the game. Yes, the scoreline could have been more, but United just needs to be more clinical. But it was the first game of the season. Hopefully that players can get in the same positions that they did. But as well, obviously, I've said about the predicted 11. I think ZIRKZEE will start, but as well, you know, Ten Hag could go with someone completely different. He could start with Mason Mount and play Bruno as the false 9 again. So we'll have to see how it goes. But that's been me. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far into the video, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and comment down below your predictions for Manchester United versus Brighton. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one.